Camagwini. Welcome to your safe space. This is Gogo Kwakhanya, and today's video is going to be spiritual signs and symptoms that you have a calling or are spiritually gifted. So the reason why I say or between those two is that they differ. I'm going to create a separate video for that explains why these two different concepts between ubizo, which is a calling, and a spiritual gift. But today's video though is on signs and symptoms in which you have either or, and depending on what phase or time you're in your spiritual journey. So guys, please don't mind my stuffy nose. I've been sneezing. So it's been a while since I've taken a video. I've just been trying to center myself and be completely present to create these amazing videos for you, but I'm back, and I'm back to create really amazing content to share with you guys. So let's get started. Let's get started with the video. So spiritual signs and symptoms that you may be spiritually gifted or have a calling. So the first sign I'm going to talk about, which I think is a very common one, especially if you lie within these categories, so which is dreams. So people with spiritual gifts or have a calling upon their lives, they have really vivid dreams. Your dreams feel so surreal, and you can easily tell apart between a dream that was a message or a dream that was trying to tell you something, from your everyday dreams that are just sometimes don't make sense or you forget them and so forth. You can easily tell apart which dream is of significance and which isn't. A second sign is deja vu. Not everyone experiences deja vu, but there are quite a few people who do experience deja vu. So deja vu, in the sense that you feel like you have been in a certain situation, environment, seen and met a certain person before, but you know very well that you haven't, but everything feels really familiar. So that's deja vu. So a lot of spiritually gifted people do experience this. And another sign and symptom is, have to deal with your physical being, whereas people experience toothaches where you don't understand why your teeth are in pain, but you're feeling the pain. It is absolutely random. You're not someone who usually suffers from painful teeth, but all of a sudden it's just like, oh, what is going on? What is going on? This is so random, this is new. So that is a sign. Another sign is cramps, excruciating cramps, by the way, guys. These pains feel really out of the ordinary. Some people might even consider like going to the hospital because it's like, what is going on? Some people even get hospitalized because of the symptoms, the physical symptoms in which your body goes through when spirit is trying to communicate with you, and for other various reasons. Before I even carry on with the other physical symptoms that you might experience as someone who's spiritually gifted or has a calling, please, I want to put a disclaimer out there that these symptoms aren't only specific to people who have spiritual gifts or callings. These symptoms can be caused by a number of things. And because of that, it's very important, number one, to know yourself, to be able to discern between what is caused by spirit and what is an actual problem, like whether you're experiencing a medical issue and a spiritual issue. And another way in which that can help you tell apart the two is to go consult. Go and consult, go and see someone, a healer in which you can trust with yourself, with your being, and go and consult and ask, find out what is going on. Because sometimes, once you find out that you're spiritually gifted or have a calling upon your life, hey guys, I don't even want to say this, but people start every little occurrence that's happening around them, everything you losey. Oh no, it's the ancestors. Oh no, they did this, we don't, I mean, we can't just rule out that certain things can be medical and that they're a number of things that could be causing the symptoms that you're experiencing, as well as the fact that as I'm going through this list of signs and symptoms that you have a spiritual gift and calling, please comment down in the comment section if you'd like me to elaborate further as to what could be the cause of those symptoms manifesting themselves, because certain symptoms like a toothache could be significant of a certain message that is trying to be communicated with you, what is happening within your life. So please let me know so that I can create a separate video for that, for people who would like me to elaborate further on these individual symptoms and signs. So let's carry on. So another physical symptom and sign is having headaches. So we've talked about toothache, having a toothache, cramps, headaches. People suffer from really bad headaches like migraines, and half of the time it really affects the eyes, and that has a specific reason. So if you want a separate video detailing why these symptoms occur, let me know. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to make healing accessible for you guys. So, and creating a safe space in general so that we can talk about these topics without you feeling judged, or without you feeling like, you know, you're doing something completely wrong with trying to discover yourself and understand what is going on within your life. Because if you're going through these signs and symptoms, chances are life is confusing. Life is confusing, especially if you haven't grown up in an environment where African spirituality specifically hasn't been embraced completely, or isn't embraced at all. So it can be very confusing. So I want this to be a safe space in which we can discover ourselves and better understand what is going on in our lives, because it can be very confusing. So we've talking about dreams, deja vu, headaches, stomach cramps, toothaches. Another physical manifestation of spirit is through your joints. Joints, knees. You are feeling physical pain. I'm sorry for the noise if you can hear it. Yeah, a lot of things are happening outside. So joint pain is something that is normal for spiritual gifted people. Your feet as well. Your feet can get really swollen for a number of reasons. Your feet can get really swollen, and that's something that spiritually gifted people go through. Another sign and symptom is ringing. So please pay attention to this one, because there is ringing and there is hearing static sound. So ringing, you can hear drums being played in your ears, and obviously it's like, what? What the hell is going on? Like, what am I hearing correctly? What is going on? So it's between ringing, hearing drums in your ears, as well as a static sound. So a static sound, when I say static sound, I'm talking about, you know that when you're trying to switch on a radio, like, you know, those old school radios where you're trying to change between one channel to the next, one radio station to the next, and that like, you know. Oh gosh, I'm really bad at imitating, but I hope you guys get it. So, you know, so it's ringing, drum sounds, ocean sounds, static noise, you know, all these things in your that you can hear, as well as feeling like someone is calling you. So that one is a very tricky one, because there's two sides to hearing that. There's two sides to hearing that. Once again, if you'd like me to create a second video detailing what each and every single sign and symptom means, please let me know. I will be more than happy to do so. So we've spoken about those signs and symptoms. Now let me think, what else? So when it came to my journey, I believe the symptom that I'm about to speak about is that last straw of, like, gosh, like, what is going on with you? Like, you're not hearing us. So this symptom is going through a trance-like state in which your spirit awakens, your spirit bursts out, basically explodes from you. Have absolutely no control of what's going on, but your spirit, the spirit amadlozi wakho, are the ones who have taken charge in the situation. And that happens for a number of reasons, once again, but that I consider to be the last straw, where it's like, yay, wake up. We are here, we have arrived, and heed the call. So another sign and symptom, these signs and symptoms that I'm about to mention are more related to your mental health and your wellness, internally speaking, because so far I've spoken about physical manifestations of spirit and also unconscious manifestation of spirit. So now we're talking about mental manifestations of spirit, and this occurs in the sense that spiritually gifted people, or people who are in the process where they're supposed to be accepting their calling, they suffer from depression. Depression is a common symptom that people go through. It's almost like I don't think I've met any gifted person who hasn't had a story where at some point they were really just not okay. So depression, anxiety, and as African people, anxiety can be described as uvalo, where you just don't know, you have this fear, like you're tensed up, there's this fear of the unknown, like you don't know what exactly it is that is making you anxious, but you're anxious, so those are one of the signs. And the not so common symptoms and signs of a spiritual calling that could possibly have spiritually gifted people be institutionalized into systems such as mental health, mental psychiatric hospitals, and so forth, is more extreme cases, such as, for example, like having a really extreme case of bipolar schizophrenia. But these are quite rare, I must say. And those are caused by a number of reasons as well. But once again, like I said, mental illnesses can be caused by a number of things and aren't necessarily only tied to being spiritually gifted or having a calling. So please be mindful when you are assessing your symptoms, your signs and symptoms, and you're just not sticking African spirituality, your gift, your calling, to those problems, because you could be suffering from a serious medical issue, mental illness issue, a physical issue. Like, those can be caused by a lot of things. So it's very important to be discerning and to also go seek help at your nearest and trusted healer to get a consultation, so that you are 100% sure about what is going on in your life, and it's going to make your life a whole lot easier and a lot better. So other signs that people with spiritual gifts and callings have is visions. You get visions where while you're awake, a vision occurs while you're sitting, you're awake. You could be having a conversation with someone, and a picture plays, or a video just flashes in your eyes, and no one else can see this except you. No one else can see this except you, but you know for sure what happened. And for some people it can be difficult to realize, like, oh, this has actually been happening for quite a long time, but I haven't really been taking much note of it, or you've been just believing that, what, I'm crazy, I didn't really just see that, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Yeah. So other signs and symptoms, it could be, how you just know things without knowing. You could be having, for me, how this manifested is in the sense that I could be having a conversation with some random person, friend, family, whoever it can be, I'm having a conversation, we're just talking, and me being me, I'm a quiet person, but once you get the ball rolling, the conversation keeps going. It just flows. So in in those moments, like, I often find people saying like, oh my gosh, I needed that, you know, that's what I needed to hear. Like, how did you know? Like, how did you know that this is what I was thinking about? This is what I needed to hear. This is what I was struggling for. This is the decision I've been trying to make, and so forth, you know. So that's how spirit manifests itself in many ways. So guys, I'm just going to leave it here. um like I said, let me know if you guys would like me to elaborate further on why these symptoms and signs occur. Let me know. As yeah, just comments, like, come on, what are you waiting for? Like, healing has never been this easy, if you ask me. So like, comment, turn on those notification bells, and the videos will keep rolling. So that is it for today. Camagwini Togozani, and please continue to consider this to be your safe space for growth, healing, abundance, prosperity, and just self-discovery. From me to you, love and light. To the next video.